Paul completed his 66th Test half-century as the West Indies piled on the runs on Bangladesh during the third day of the second Test. So Paul is still there on 63 as the Windies have an overall lead of 427 with 2 days still to be played. Now, earlier at Borchejou in St. Lucia, the visitors resumed their first innings on 104 for 7 and were dismissed for 161 to trail on first innings by 219 runs. Kemar Roach ended with 5 for 42. The Windies didn't enforce the follow-on, and they're 208 for 4 at the close.
Here's that gone. Ramdin thinks he's had his man. Yes, the finger goes up.
Good strike. That's 6. That will help him to the target. Nice, juicy full toss, and that's 50 for Mahmudullah Riyad, his 8th in Test cricket. Got him caught behind.
To bowl quality overs. Finger goes up, he might review that at worst. Yeah, I think he might be gone here. Oh, yes, it's hitting the top of middle according to Hawkeye, so that will be the end of the innings for Reds. Nice shot from Craig Brathwaite, first boundary of the West Indies innings. You're opening up a lovely discussion. And yeah, nice shot. Good use of the feet from Leon Johnson.
Short, cut away. Quite nicely over the infield for a boundary.
And now they'll have to have that fear. He's picked that one up sweetly.
Good shot.
And that's going to be 4 again.
But you're going to embarrass me in front of the world. Oh, he's knocked him over. Lovely bowling from Taijul.
Mid-off and cover.
Is that gone? That looks as though it's gone. That's a good catch. Over the top now from Darren Bravo.
Going away from the left hand. It's done him. Very, very unlucky. It was short, should have been put away. Inside it, onto the pad and onto the stumps. Oh, beautifully bowled.
In Blackwood. And with good reason.
Has bowled 11. Uppish, but too wide. This could be his 50. And he should come back for the third. '66 Test match, 54. Shivranarayan Chanderpaul. Yet another one. He's also got 2900s.
Beautiful shot from Jermaine Blackwood. He was waiting on that.
Day 4 starts at 10 in the morning, live on TV8 and radio 94.7 FM. On to road tennis. Anton Daniel has collected the biggest prize money payout in road tennis history in Barbados, $10,000. Playing in the finals of the Monarchs of the Courts road tennis competition last night at the ranch on Spring Garden, Daniel defeated world #1 Julian White 3 games to 1. Now, before that big showdown, Emar Edwards brushed aside Darius Gaskin in 2 straight games to take home the juniors title. CBC's Damian Best reports.
Big finale, the under-21s first up. 2 best-of-3, Darius Gaskin versus Emar Edwards in the blue. Edwards on the go, and he started slowly but found a rhythm and led the first game 12-8. Gaskin had his moments as well, going cross-court for the point. However, Edwards always kept Gaskin in check, not shy about using the forearm. He would eventually wrap up the first game at 21-15, a good bounce off the net, and the smash to cap it off. In the second game, Gaskin, aka Baracus, came out positively repelling every shot Edwards had to offer. Edwards, in the end, too long. But Edwards kept pushing the envelope, asking questions of Gaskin's technique. Great execution on the tough angle. Rain visited the venue on a couple occasions, and there was a break in proceedings, but the fans were patient. And for good reason. These two really playing well, and Gaskin pulling the strings, and Edwards can't return. But there could only be one winner, and Edwards showed why he deserved to win. Then game and set point, Gaskin into the net, and Edwards winning the juniors title 21-15, 21-19, and the $500 top prize. Now to the big matchup, Antone Lil Man Daniel in blue up against Julian Michael Jackson White. Antone getting right down to business, Jackson too long. And Daniel also benefited from some unforced errors by White, missing a wide open court. That's into the net. Daniel leading 13-8 in the first. No mistake on this occasion, though, from White. Daniel at full stretch. But White just made too many errors, and Daniel wouldn't let him back in the game at 19-14. The forearm out the top draw. Then to seal it, the backhand of White too weak, and Daniel claims the first game 21-14. White up the ante in the second game, punishing Daniel. That one sat up nicely, but uncharacteristically, White just couldn't find a rhythm, and that was spell trouble. Daniel in the zone, and White a spectator. Lil Man playing big shots. Again, the forearm drive is picture perfect. And Daniel would claim the second game 21-16. Left tongues wagging on Spring Garden, overpowering White. This was the perfect final from a spectator's standpoint. And Daniel looking to wrap up proceedings in the third, but he was making it hard for himself. Then too long to give White the third game at 21-12. In the fourth and decisive game now, and Daniel just proved too much for the world boss. Big carving forearm, then immaculate drive down the line. Daniel closing in on victory. Everything was going his way. This one for all the marbles. Antone Daniel defeating Julian Michael Jackson White 21-14, 21-16, 12-21, 21-16. That's 10,000 big ones in the bag. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
The Barbados team has been announced for the 42nd edition of the Central American and Caribbean Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation Championships. For the first time, the event, which attracts more than 200 athletes from 30 countries, will be staged in St. Martin from October 2nd to 4th. Again, Damien Best reports. He's taking a look at the squad.
On paper, the 21 Barbadian athletes selected for the CAC Bodybuilding Championships have a good chance of medaling in the team. Not surprising, the island will be well represented in the ladies' bikini and men's physique, two categories that athletes seem to gravitate towards. The CAC Selection Committee had plenty to think about following the national championships. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that Dominique Allen, Shakira Duglin, Lana Richards, Natalie Webb and Melissa Burrows have the qualities to compete at the highest level. The only question mark will be the taste of the judges. While we here in Barbados marvel and appreciate the curvaceousness of these ladies, on the international stage, sometimes slim and thin get more attention. In the men, Marlon Doughton is no stranger to the podium, and with his usual consistent performances at local competitions, the others will have to bring their A game. But spare a thought for the other two selectees, Ramon Dodson and Jamil Jones. Dodson, or Doddy as he's called, will turn a few heads in St. Martin. He was in picture-perfect form at Nationals, and if he presents the same razor-sharp package on this trip, he should return with a medal. Ramona Morgan in the ladies' body fitness is a class act. Need I say more? Trust her to bring home the goods. The improved Deidre Archer will fly the flag in the ladies' physique, while the versatile Tanisha Cross will compete in the ladies' fitness. Now, the men's bodybuilding section is a little more touch and go. Those making the trip: Curtis Kirby in the flyweight, Michael Worrell bantamweight, Shaquille Levine welterweight, Hoskins Biscuit Worrell, light middleweight. Joseph Bourne, light middleweight as well. Laurent Gibson at middleweight. Dorrell Colthurst, light heavyweight. And Stevenson Bell in the heavyweight category. Without seeing the other competitors and judging by what everyone saw at nationals, there's always room for improvement, because it's the fine details that count in the end. And a lapse in debt or dip in workout intensity between now and October will make the difference between gold and silver. Barbados won a record 9 categories at last year's championships, so let's hope for a repeat in 2014 or even better.